Hello, this is Dr. Nuke. Today I'll be talking with you about my progress uh, with coming out as a gay man. I was born in 1965, 57 years old now. In 1969, when the Stonewall riots occurred at the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village, New York City, I was 4 years old. What happened then was the police raided the place. It was a gay bar. Police raided it, and the patrons of the bar decided they'd had enough of being harassed by the police. And they fought back, throwing bottles and chairs and things at the police. And the riot spread into the streets and lasted several days. And that was a watershed event for the gay rights movement. Basically, the modern gay rights movement dates back to Stonewall, although there was gay rights activity prior to Stonewall. There was the Mattachine Society back in the 50s, a gay advocacy organization, and also there was a group of people who protested in Philadelphia every July 4th earlier in the 60s in front of Independence Hall for gay rights. And then there was even someone back in the 1920s who tried starting a gay advocacy group. Way back then, even, although it didn't end well. I guess the person was criminally charged, I forget for what crime, for starting this organization or attempting to start this organization. Yes, being gay has not always been easy. It's much more accepted now in this country than it was in times past, and there's other parts of the world where it is not accepted, like in particular Africa. Much of Africa is very hostile towards gays. Well, anyway, I knew I was gay all along, but I didn't tell anyone or practice it. The first person I told was a priest in confession, and that was, I believe, in 1982, was it? Maybe somewhere around there. And then later on, another priest in confession a few years after. Then I told my med provider, psychiatrist, but she didn't do anything about it, or question me about it, or talk to me about it, or anything. And then I started going to this gay men's social group when I was living in White River Junction, Vermont. There in that area of Vermont and New Hampshire, there's a group called Social Alternatives for Men, SAM. And I used to go to social functions of that group and meet with people who were involved with that group. And I told my mother at the beginning of that period. She was accepting, and my father didn't know until later on. And I don't trumpet the fact that I'm gay. I don't go around with a sign saying I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. On the other hand, I don't keep it a secret either. That is the progress of my coming out, I guess. One thing that I did when I was, this was when I lived in Brattleboro, Vermont. I went down to the big gay rights march in Washington, D.C. that they had in April of 1993. I went in my car with one other person to share the driving down the, from Brattleboro to Washington, a distance of well over 400 miles each way. And I went to that thing, and there were hundreds of thousands of people there. Hundreds of thousands. And I marched. And I had a camera with me. A Super 8 movie film camera. Not video, but an actual movie. With sprocket holes on the film. And I actually shot some Super 8 film, and I still have a reel of film with from when I shot that film in Washington all those years ago. That was 29 years ago now, and I still have that film. I would like to digitize it and put it up on this YouTube channel at some point. It's not very long. It's probably about maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes, if that. And it's color, but silent. The Super 8 format that I was using is a silent format. There is or was a Super 8 sound format, which has a little magnetic strip on the edge of the film, but my film that I was using didn't have that. Well, that's about all I have to say for now. This is Dr. Nuke signing off.
Well, my coming out video is a little bit different. My coming out story, I should say. I came out when I was 23. And that's around the time that I started dating Harold. And I'm 30 now. So, yeah. I really was scared to come out my whole life. I've always known that I was gay, and I've always been terrified to come out. I dated girls, and I shouldn't have, because I just was never into girls. But I used them as a beard because I was too scared to come out, and I should have never done that to the girls because I never was into them, and that just was cruel to do to them. So I apologize to any girl that I may have hurt doing that. It was very awful to me to do that, but I just feel like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders when I came out. My mom never knew because she passed away when I was 20, and I really wanted to tell her. And the reason I didn't come out is because I was terrified of being rejected by my family, and I was terrified of being kicked out of my house and have no place to go, and I was terrified my dad would not love me anymore because I thought my dad didn't like gays, and I thought my dad was against them because of the way he was with my sister Joy when she came out. By the way, my sister Joy is a lesbian, by the way. And not only that, I was named after my Uncle Joey, and he is also gay. And he has a husband named Jorgen, and they're both very wonderful people. They live in Florida, and they're both extremely amazing, kind-hearted, big, amazing hearted people who have the same interests as me, and I just love them so much. And they have a sweet little dog, and I have a sweet little black, long-haired, just gorgeous little kitty that I love so much in this entire world. And I'm sorry I'm not showing my face. I'm just ashamed of my haircut and ashamed of my beard and everything, and I'm just ashamed to show my face. But I hope that you guys can understand just me not showing my face and everything. But God bless you all and have an amazing day, and love you all. Bye.